Hi guys. Hi, welcome. Hello everyone. Yes, so you're all hopping on. Welcome guys. I'm gonna actually go ahead and get Alex on here. Give me just a moment. Raul, I see you, so I can see that you've requested, so that's all you had to do. Get you on in a few minutes. We're just gonna talk to Alex first. Hi guys, welcome. Hi Rod Taylor. Hi Yummy Tables. Hi.
Hi, I'm so excited.
Cheers.
Cheers. No, today we have to say salud.
Oh, salud. So the labels. Nothing like really, really good branding because
I know they're
I'm
beautiful.
totally attracted to the labels. So we presented Cava before. So I had
Yes.
Alex on United and Bubbly, and I learned so much about Cava from Alex. She is like an expert. So we're going to give you just a really fast rundown of Cava first, let you know a little bit about Poema. So that way you guys feel like you are understanding Cava, especially if you don't know it very well. So Alex, so Cava. So I'm a champagne girl, but I do enjoy Cava. And the reason why I love a Cava is because it's made the same way.
Yes.
So you're getting those fine bubbles made the same way. So can you tell us though, because obviously when I'm drinking the Cava, even though it's made in the same traditional method as champagne, so it goes through that second fermentation in the bottle, it still tastes different. So I wouldn't say, if I blind tasted this, I would think it was champagne. It is its own character, and I love it for that. So let's talk about what makes Cava taste like Cava.
So I always tell people that comparing Cava, champagne, and Prosecco is not fair. You always get people that say like, oh, just get Cava, is cheaper than champagne, but it's not the same product, right? The first reason is, even though they're made the same way, but the first reason is that Cava is actually made with completely different grapes. And these grapes are indigenous to Spain. And they're also, this one specifically is from the Penedès, which is the heart of Cava production. It's where Cava was created by a family. So you're getting grapes that are indigenous to the region. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, and you can correct me because you have the bottle.
Yeah, I got the bottle. I'm ready.
Macabeo, Xarel, and Parellada, right?
Yeah, 40%, 40%, 20%. You're exactly right.
Perfect. So this is like the epitome, how do you pronounce it in English?
Epitome, yeah.
Epitome? This is like the epitome of the traditional Cava because it's made with the three main grapes. Actually, Macabeo, which is the one that has a higher percentage, is like 35% of the plantings in the Cava DO.
Right, okay.
So it's like the base grape. It's what gives it like the fruitiness. It's like the base wine. It's also called Viura in Rioja. So if you guys know Rioja and you guys have tasted white Rioja, it's one of the ones that is planted in white Riojas the most. Xarel, just like its name with a big X, is like the personality. It has high acidity. I actually read that Xarel has a lot of resveratrol. Is that how you call it? Like the the antioxidant.
Right. So it's really good for you then.
Yes.
You should be drinking a lot of it then.
And then Parellada, it gives it like the elegance, like the aroma. It's a very aromatic grape. So Poema, I feel like it's a really good everyday Cava, and it's a really good expression of like what makes it different.
It's really refreshing. Like it's you don't really get all of the tertiary notes that you get in a lot of champagnes, but it is really, really refreshing. You get that I'm getting like green apple and citrus.
Shannon.
There's a little minerality with it.
I'm cheating though. I'm cheating.
I know, but that's how I learn because I just ask her how to pronounce them. Yeah, I mean, she could give us a whole lesson on how to pronounce these. So Poema Cava, just a little bit about it, guys, is it's based in the Penedès region, so you can have Cava in other places in Spain, but they are based in the Mecca of Cava, basically. They are a small producer. They are sustainably farmed, organic, and then using no herbicides. They use 20-year-old vines. They are, they put a lot of care into their Cava, yet as we know Cava is, it's a really, really great price point as well. So I think this really, really hits the note when it comes to having a really refreshing sparkling wine. And it does pair so, so well with the salty and fattiness of this Hamon. It's completely
Perfect.
cutting through it. It's awesome. It is
It's
so
perfect.
good. So, and then what else
We
do
have
we
the
share?
rosé.
Well, yeah, we have the
So
rosé.
actually, before
So
we go to the rosé, Gina, do you want to talk real quick about the aging and the labels in these?
yeah, let's talk about that because guys, this is the easiest way to understand cava and aging. So like with champagne, you don't really always understand how long a non-vintage champagne, for example, has been aged. You kind of have to look it up, or maybe the house has put it on the label, but most of the time it's just going to be you got to find out, or you can taste some of the tertiary notes so you can tell. But with Cava, they make it super easy for you, so they put it on the
Yes.
bottle. So which one does this is this
Yeah,
label here?
so the first thing is that if you want to get Cava actually part of the deal, make sure that it has a label that lets you know that it's part of the deal of Cava. And they have special like rules of how to grow their wines and do their wines. So the white and gold, like Poema, means that it's been aged for 9 months on its lease at a minimum. And it makes it a little bit fruitier. Like you do champagne, so you got those fruitier notes, but a little bit more complex and nuttier than maybe like a prosecco, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, I agree.
And then if you guys see a green and I think it's gold label, that's Reserva. I think it's 15 months on its lease. If you guys see a black and gold label, that's Gran Reserva, like Rioja, which if I'm not mistaken, it's 30 months. And then there's a paraje calificado that we talked about in our champagne versus Cava.
Yeah.
It's a gold, bright, disco, nice.
You'll not miss it.
You'll not miss it. And that is another level. And we can talk about that any other day.
And what makes Poema Cava actually really unique, which I forgot to mention earlier, is the fact that with Cava, sometimes Cava gets a bad name because of the quality. So there's like variances in quality because you're not really sure kind of where it's coming from and what's on the label. And the great thing about Poema is they actually own 20% of the vines that they use for the Cava, which is great. It's not required in Cava, so they act a little bit like negociant manipulant, where they can buy some grapes, they own some grapes, but it's not necessary in Cava. You could basically just buy the grapes and put your own label on it and say it's Cava. Yeah. So it is great that they do have this. So when you are drinking Poema Cava, you know that they have some control over what's going on. They have great long relationships with the grapes that they're buying as well, just like a really great champagne house that you've heard me talk about. So this is great about Poema, and I really love that they do that.
Yes. And I love that you said it, they were organic and have like all these amazing practices that respect the land and the way it's grown. So I love that. So rosé.
Yes, the rosé. So I rarely drink a Cava rosé. I've had it before, and I never paid attention to the grape that was in it. And now I'm looking at this one, and I don't even know this grape. I don't know this grape.
I know.
What is this grape?
It's called Trepat. So
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yes. Well, it's tiny. So Trepat, Trepat, is actually an indigenous grape as well to the Catalonia region. Actually, if you guys ever want to have an interesting red wine, they make red wines. I think it's Conca de Barbera. And I think there was someone from Catalonia here.
Yes, so that's you just mentioned something, and that's where it's from actually.
Yes.
This one here, yeah.
Oh, so Conca de Barbera is that were the region in Catalonia that grows the most Trepat. And Trepat is an indigenous grape to the region. It's used for Cava as well. And it's been compared to Pinot Noir. It's actually a very temperamental grape where if the weather's not perfect, like Pinot Noir. Yeah. It gets a little, and it's the wines, if you've ever had a Conca de Barbera wine or Pinot Noir, it's very fruity. Yeah. Red berries, red fruits. It's very light. So it's a great like daytime, I think, wine. Yeah, Conca de Barbera. Thank you, Ingrid.
Amazing.
Yeah,
No,
this
this
is a very,
it's exactly what I'm getting off of this. A lot of red fruit, strawberries and raspberry.
I
It's
love
so
it. Oh,
refreshing. It's light. It's the color is gorgeous. I love the
hmm.
color on it. So I think this is really lovely. I am so excited to try a new grape and this cava. So it is really, really nice. I'm really pleased with the rosé as well.
They're delicious, guys. And Gina, do you know the price points on these?
Hmm. You know what? Actually, I don't, but I think gosh, I think Poema is on. Poema, could you give us the price point of these? I want to say $15 or
That's
less than that.
amazing. That's
Less
amazing,
than that.
guys.
So, I mean, this is great. This is a great sipper. I would stock up on that. Yeah, like
Yes.
literally stock up on it.
So I wanted to know so I could buy a few bottles for the summer.
Yeah, it's such a nice cava, such a great price point. I think it's 15 or lower.
I think
I
actually you
don't think it's any
should.
more than that.
Yeah, and I think we saw a few lives this week as well with Poema, and yeah, it was around the 13 range. So
Yes.
it's super, the
Oh
price
my
point
gosh.
is perfect.
Such a good price point.
And for these times where we're all trying to, be a little bit more reserved with our spending, I think it's a good choice for sure.
Absolutely. So what are we pairing with this cava tonight? So I know we have the jamon, which can stand alone on its own. We don't even need to talk about anything else, but we did kind of prepare things. And the reason why we did is like we were talking about I was talking to Alex about like when I visited Spain, and this is like from an outsider's perspective, obviously. So visiting Spain, there are a couple things that I definitely noticed, especially when I was in Barcelona. So when I was in Barcelona, I was there for work, and after work, I wanted to find a place to eat.
Yes.
And it was impossible because nothing is open to have dinner at the time I wanted to or I'm used to, like 7 o'clock. So nothing opens until like 8 or 9 o'clock. Not even like the hotel restaurants open that early because they all eat really late. But the only places that were actually open were like tapas bars. And so if you go to like a traditional tapas bar in Barcelona, or anywhere in Spain, it's not like sitting down and eating small tapas like you would kind of think of. It's a completely different place. It is like you walk in and it's super intense. It's loud. It's usually really packed, especially after work, or at least that's what I noticed. People are drinking, people are eating. You kind of have to fight your way to order, and you're not sitting down because a lot of the time you're like standing and eating.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this place? But
You have to work out.
Yes, absolutely.
To work out.
And you know what I also noticed? That, Spain is so big for like Rioja, right? So it's this red wine and it's so famous for it. But like in a tapas bar, you didn't see anybody drink Rioja. They were all drinking cava or like a light white wine or a beer or something like really refreshing.
Oh, yeah, beer.
Because apparently it's like a pub crawl kind of culture. So
you don't want to start with the heavy wine.
No.
So yeah.
No.
So you actually start with like a cava or a white wine, like Verdejo or Albariño, and then you go into, the reds. And even like beer is actually very popular in Spain. And I actually was talking to a wine shop owner, and he was telling me how it's difficult for him in Spain to sell wine to Spaniards because they're really into beer, which I thought it was insane.
What?
So, yes.
Insane.
So we'll drink it. We'll drink the cava. We'll have the Rioja.
Yes, but I did see plenty of people with cava. I ordered cava because obviously that's what I would prefer. And a lot of like at the tapas bar, you're getting like these small bites, and a lot of them are quite fatty, oily, like, what we have here, what we're going to kind of show them what we're making. It's kind of a perfect pairing for cava. And I can't think of anything better than to pair cava with tapas.
Yes, and jamon specifically, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk you guys really quick on what we did. Since I know we don't have like a lot of time to like explain and cook with you guys. So if you guys want more details, Gina and I will be happy to share like whatever questions you have. So Gina, should we start with the pan con tomate?
Yes, because this is something that I've gotten literally at every tapas bar that I've been to. So I feel like it's like one of those traditional
that you must try. Okay, let me see if you guys can see it here. I'm going to try to like show you. So the first thing you guys need is tomato. And then I have a little plate here that has some sea salt, some garlic, and then just cut tomatoes. The softer, the better. I toasted some crusty bread.
So me too. I've got mine ready.
So which one did you get? You got
ciabatta.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This one I get at Whole Foods. It's called pan gallego from Galicia. And it's kind of like, it's like a cross between, like, I say ciabatta and a baguette because it's white in the middle and then it goes, to the corner.
Yeah, okay.
So I toasted it in the oven, 375. I don't know if you put it in the oven as well, Gina?
Yep, I put it in the oven.
Perfect.
So you, like Jamie said, so I put it in the oven just on its own with nothing on it until to 350. And as soon as it hit 350 in the preheat, that's when I actually took it out. So it has this like crustiness on the top of it.
Yeah, so it becomes kind of like crusty and it's like a blade, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I'm going to teach you guys the lazy quarantine method of doing pan con tomate, and then you're having people over fancy method. So
yes, I have
lazy method is so simple. Just take your bread, oh, sorry, they're correcting me here. Thank you, babe. So take your bread, take your garlic, rub a little bit of the garlic. It might be a little bit messy, but rub the garlic. Some people actually cook the garlic before if you like a sweeter taste.
I love like a fresh garlic though. I'm totally all about it. So.
I love it. Then take your tomato and very softly, without making a huge mess, just.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yes. All right. It looks correct.
I know. People think you have to like do this whole production. Just take the tomato and the crustiness of the bread will actually make it like melt onto your bread.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't know how to do that. That's awesome.
Then I take olive oil.
Okay.
Let's see if you guys can see it there. Let me move this over here. Put the bread here. Always put your thumb if you don't have like and then just do a little. I love olive oil, so I always put a little bit more.
Yeah, I put too much, I think, all the time.
Right. Let me clean my hands. Okay. Then I take a little bit of sea salt.
Okay.
And I just sprinkle it on the bread.
Yeah.
Right? And then this is like the perfect snack if you don't want to do anything.
Yeah. No, I mean,
then if you don't
so
want to
easy.
And then you take your jamon. So this is jamon ibérico de bellota, and if you guys missed the session with Raul at the beginning, make sure to check out their website where we have them tagged in both of our accounts. Yeah. Just put the jamon on top, and this, like the acidity of the tomato, the freshness, and the fattiness of the ham. Oh my God, Gina, yours is beautiful. And it's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
So good. So good.
I just got all of the ham.
Okay. If you guys want to be fancy, and please ignore us eating.
That is so good.
So good. So, if you guys want to be fancy, and you have people over, you're not going to make people, your guests, have to do that themselves. So good with the Cava. I know. Are you having the white? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I already prepared mine.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at you.
Yeah.
So, just take a grater. Just cut the tomato. And then the tomato will become like this saucy until you have the skin. Oops, just grate it. And like Gina showed you guys, it's so easy because it'll become like this. It
literally looks like you get it at, like
it looks
who
like
knew that
tomatoes.
all you had to do was grate tomatoes. Like it's great.
And then just put the salt here, put olive oil here, and then just have it next to toasted bread. If you have like a board and you want to have manchego cheese and jamon, just have that little tomato bowl and people can serve their own pan con tomates. And that's like super Catalan. That is super Spanish.
Oh my God, I love it.
Easy. Super easy.
I love it. And it's so delicious. It goes so well with the Cava. Like honestly, amazing and so simple. So good.
So what else do you have going on over there?
Yeah, so I've kind of already prepared it, just in case we didn't have time, but I'll let you guys know something else that goes really well with the Cava. So I actually prepared asparagus wrapped in manchego cheese
Yum.
and then the jamon on top of it. And it's just like unreal. So basically you cook the asparagus for about 4 minutes in a pan with olive oil on medium heat.
Okay.
And when you take it off, when it's already hot, now this one's not hot, so it's not going to happen, but you want to make sure it's hot. Then you take your manchego. I actually just shredded the manchego on the grated it, I guess, using this side.
Oh, okay.
So
you have
super, super easy. And it gave me these like bigger chunks. Yep, exactly.
so cool.
And I just wrapped the manchego around it. And when it was hot, it started melting it.
Oh,
So
my
I don't
God.
have to worry about melting it at all. And then I take the jamon and then I wrap it around it. And then I use a little toothpick, which I feel like is super traditional.
We have to talk about that.
A
as well.
pincho,
Yeah.
right? A
Yes.
pincho. And I use it and I put it in. And it's like this cute little tapa that I made.
I love that.
And it's super delicious. Like the asparagus plus the manchego plus the ham is like honestly perfect pairing. It's so good with the cava.
And it's healthy.
And it's
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
No carbs.
I mean,
we've
no
just filled
carbs.
up, we've just filled up on all the carbs here. So it gives
I
you a
mean,
break.
hey guys, if you're like me and you need to lose those extra 5 pounds from quarantine, go keto, low carb.
Yeah.
That's a great option to eat your jamon.
Yep. So yeah, that's what they look like. Super easy.
That's perfect. I love that. And that's so easy to make. Also, it's another quick like dinner type if you want to do tapas date night.
Yeah.
So something else I did, and I'm not going to show you guys how to do it, but